As part of our partnership with the Anti-Stigma Coalition, we're always looking at ways that mental health issues are being addressed in Western New York.
More than 30 schools in our area are now offering specialized counseling from the Gateway Longview Center for students who suffer from anxiety. Ch.2's Ron Plants has a closer look at how the Iroquois School District is dealing with the problem.
Iroquois High School social worker Tana Yelt remembers it happening in September.
The parent called and said, I'm here in the parking lot, but he won't get out of the car. And I don't know what to do.
An example of what school administrators, teachers, and counselors fear is a growing trend. Students suffering from the sometimes incapacitating effects of anxiety. Two students who were not identifying shared their feelings of stress.
When waking up, you have to go to school and face things that sometimes you don't want to face, and people that sometimes can be rude, and you just don't want to face that.
It's nervous to walk into school and you don't know what you're going to face for the rest of the day.
While it may be hard to quantify, it's estimated nearly 7 million adult Americans suffer from severe anxiety disorders, that according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. And now studies also cite 1 in 5 children in the U.S. have mental health needs, including severe anxiety. Others who directly observe in the hallways and classrooms feel it may be worse, and that girls and boys try to hide it.
I think that out of every 2 kids that are walking down that hall, one of those kids is struggling with anxiety.
The superintendent recognizes the impact, comparing it to a hidden injury inside the mind.
It's a deeply cutting wound that immobilizes somebody very greatly, like a broken bone. But with the proper attention to it, it heals and people can be very functional.
That's why the Iroquois district, which has also picked up the use of therapy dogs in school, has now joined other districts in bringing into the school 1 day a week a mental health counselor from the Gateway Longview Behavioral Health Services, which focuses on child clients. They provide an hour-long counseling session for referred students in need, cost covered by the parent's private health insurance, or other arrangements are made with direct parental involvement.
Some people out there are going to say, come on, kids just have to grow up. This is part of growing up. They have to learn how to deal with these things, because let's face it, you got to be tough to deal with the real world. What do you say to those people?
I think the real world is significantly different than it used to be, and so in order to face it and deal with it, you have to adapt, and this is a way that we're adapting in order to help the children, is to provide these counseling and therapeutic services.
Field specializes in art therapy, saying it provides a unique window into a child's mind and a connection. Some bring up test-taking as a cause, and even overscheduling of kids with so many activities can be a factor. And then obviously bullying and the sometimes corrosive effects of social media are also well documented, with the impact on teens and even younger children. But it's not always the anticipated targets for anxiety.
When I have worked with the valedictorian or the salutatorian, or I've worked with kids that look like they're popular, those are the kids that actually struggle the most. A lot of times they have to keep up appearances, and that causes them a great amount of anxiety as well.
Are you seeing this in elementary kids?
Absolutely. Most people don't realize that it presents differently in younger children, anxiety does, but I think because it's become more of a conversation, I think some of these teachers and social workers are becoming aware of these cues and referring the kids at a younger age, because the earlier we can intervene, the more effective it is.
As such, they hope to eventually expand the anxiety counseling to all district schools. Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.
And if you or someone you know is dealing with mental health issues and needs help, we've got many resources listed at WGRZ.com/mental health.